the role of marketing. This is the very first lesson in a series. So what is marketing? It's literally everything that we do to get the customer like my product or service, and what we do to just persuade him. Alright, then the more definitive explanation you can see, marketing is a management process. Definitely it's a management thing, right? What we do with multiple departments involved for identifying, anticipating and satisfying. Those are the three key areas. We just got to find out what they need, and we then sort of identify our own capacities and how the customer changes also, and then take steps to satisfy. So remember these three things: identify, anticipate, satisfy. So whenever we prepare a marketing report, these three areas must be focused. And one other thing, marketing is not advertising completely. Advertising is actually part of marketing. There's much more than advertising in marketing. So a lot of us tend to think that marketing is just a form of promotion only. No, it's a bigger picture. Then what is the role of marketing? Look at the things within brackets. What do they need, the market? Can we give them? Can we make them buy again and again? It's what about the relationship in the long term? That means, the consumer promote the product with his friends' relations. I added up chocolate puff munchie. So that is what the marketer of munchie would be looking at. So it's not a selling strategy. It's about something that we do in marketing, developing this connection with the customer. What are the functions of marketing? Yes, you need to promote. For that we need to use advertising. And selling plays a role in marketing. Sales strategies are there. Maybe the value, maybe the price. And yes, we need to, product management is a key thing, the quality and all that. Pricing matters. Take a look at the super cream cracker, right? These are handy pack, a smaller version, where we may think that the bigger version may be too costly for the people. And you need to constantly get market information about the market, because that keeps on changing, so we have to change. Manage that information we have to do. And of course we need to finance the marketing campaign. That costs a bit. We have to finance advertising campaign. And yes, marketing is not enough, advertising is not enough. How are we going to distribute the product? That's also a key function of marketing. Coming into the roles, crucial ones. Managing the relationship with the customer. We call it the CRM, or customer relationship management. And continuous market research, and we need to analyze what's happening in the market. Market is always changing, and yes, we need to be innovative, and we need to be changing and adapting to the change. That has been the way that CBL has been able to dominate the market, capturing over 60% of the biscuit or the confectionery market in Sri Lanka. That's a magical thing. This is one of their latest products, Revelo. So what is marketing in detail? I have added up here. Take a look at it. Customers' needs, that matters a lot. So Revelo is a satisfaction of a customer need. We have one local product, Candos, and few other ones. So there was a market, a big gap. Ritzbury was there in CBL lineup, but Revelo was the next level product. And there was a not so small a market for the foreign made chocolates. So what Revelo was for was to identify that gap in the need and reach there. So that's what they did, matching the customer needs. And just the branding of it, bringing it to a rather world-class style advertising campaign to develop a branding to stand up with foreign made chocolates. So it was definitely way above the Candos marketing. And then identify different market segments. Candos comes up with a number of varieties, but Revelo comes up with a big number. So do Candos. One chocolate doesn't fit everybody, so you have to go for different markets. And how are we going to sell it? Revelo spend a lot on the shops rather than just the supermarkets. And it was an island-wide campaign. Sales, easy on the money, rather mid-range but not too expensive. And the advertising of Revelo was mostly developing relationships, and they heavily depended on online marketing. Social media, Instagram, Facebook. And there have been some new products of Revelo that has come up again and again. And then specifics of marketing tasks and strategies. So what you did yesterday for marketing may not be the solution for tomorrow. So continuous evolvement of it is the name of the game. And what are the needs of the customer realistically? Basically, the customer would look at these 4 areas. Price, he might want to buy it cheap. Quality would matter for some customers. Not all of them, but others would be demanding the quality. And then the choice. A customer would want to see multiple choices for him to pick from. And yes, it should be available where the customer wants it to be. Customer should not be troubling himself to go and look for a product. The product should come to the customer. Those are the needs. And yes, how do we develop a product? That's not an easy thing. Think of the lemon puff that came about around 30 years ago in Melbourne, their competitor, and Munchie, a grand success in Sri Lanka. So you have to have ideas in the marketing team. Different teams will come with different ideas, and how to name it, the color of it, the shape, the taste, the packaging, all that, the branding, of course. And there's a lot of marketing research needs across multiple markets, different age groups, different social groups, different regions, and developing the final concept. And yes, sample testing is a must. Testing with the market is a must. And then finally you launch the product. And in this way, lemon puff has become one of the grandest success of Munchie. And mind you, the competition from Melbourne is also very strong on lemon puff. Alright, coming back to the sales strategies. What are they? One thing is, one market may not respond to a single product. Inside a market there could be multiple segments. And this is the reason why CBL Munchie comes up with a whole range of biscuits. Because different segments may prefer different type of biscuits. So that's solution selling. Rather than introducing a single product to a larger market, Munchie introduces various different products to various different segments. And then the benefit to the customer, the value aspect of it. Come festivals and all, right? The customer would wanna have a single, a package of biscuits maybe from one brand, from one tin, with different types of biscuits, which should help him, treat the visitors better. That's value based, rather than kind of a combining different types of biscuits into a single packet. So that may be what a customer would be looking for during the festival season. And yes, all of CBL or Munchie, even other biscuit manufacturers like Maliban, they want to develop a relationship. They work hard to develop connections. If you take a look at children do prefer a particular brand of biscuit. It could be Munchie, it could be Maliban, could be something else. That's relationship marketing, sales. And yes, the consultative aspect, since different types of biscuits do come, the marketer needs to explain to the buyer, the value of it. Take a look at the chocolate chip cookies. This is not something that Sri Lankan market is not exactly familiar with. So there, the marketer needs to explain out to the buyer exactly as to why the product is good. And finally, using the social platforms, social media. Social media is primarily younger people. Of course, we do have the middle-aged people in some platforms such as Facebook to a certain extent, but primarily it's the young people. So reaching out to the product category, reaching out to the particular category of market also via social media is a very powerful tool in sales. Think of this for a while. Imagine that you're the marketing executive for CBL operations in Candy Town. You can pick up a brand of biscuit also. How are you going to take on Candy? What strategies will be put in place? And so how would you handle the thing? There are two options. One thing is business to consumer. Business to business is also an option. There are hotels, schools, boarding houses, hospitals, various other institutions are there. How about selling a product to an institution? That's an option available. And yes, what matters in marketing is developing the strategies and tactics. It's not a case of advertising. It's the strategy based on research, based on analysis, based on brainstorming, based on coming up with the right product, based on developing an excellent sales strategy that will win finally. Catch you in the next lesson.